Hi everybody. So today I'm going to be talking about decent dad disorder. So what is that? That is something which I've come across quite a few times, and actually I used to suffer from myself. And it's basically when a father is getting into a lot of problems with the family court system because he just keeps on acting as though the system actually works, right? So, for example, in my case, I had a son who had a diagnosis for faltering growth, which used to be known as failure to thrive. That's when a kid is not growing normally, and also language development delay. And his mum wasn't really taking care of these things. She just wasn't really that interested. And so I went to court and asked for custody so that I could follow the instructions that I was getting, you know, from the doctors and speech therapists and so on. And I just thought, you know, this is going to be a slam dunk. It's obvious that, you know, my child has to get the care which has been recommended, and if the mum is preventing that, then, you know, it's just child abuse, and the courts have to let me take care of him. But unfortunately it's not really that way, because mums don't really just give up kids, you know. Even if they don't really want to take care of them properly, they still don't want to just lose them entirely either. So what she did was she invented this theory that I was kind of obsessed dangerously with my son's health and development, to the extent that I shouldn't be allowed to have normal parenting time with him. And I then spent about 3 years under supervision. I was only allowed to see my son for about 90 minutes a week. I was only allowed to see him in a small room with a kind of observation window, like one of those interrogation rooms that you see in police stations in the movies. And yeah, so that was a pretty nasty experience. And but for a long time I kept hoping that I was going to be able to, you know, play my trump card and just get out of jail for it, and do a home run and all the way to getting custody. And even after I've been spending 6 months doing supervised visits, the prosecutor told me, well, you know, maybe we were right, maybe we shouldn't have given you, you know, suspended your normal parenting, and I'm going to ask for medical evaluations to see, you know, if you're right about your kid. So I just thought, well, I just need to get those, and, you know, everything will be okay. But the problem was that the judge didn't really want to cooperate with my strategy. So first of all, she just kind of used delaying tactics for a few months, and then and during that time I just kind of got more and more stressed out about the situation. I had a feeling that the judge just wasn't going to do anything about my son's issues, and then that's exactly what happened. She just decided that my son wouldn't be allowed to have any evaluations, because according to her I was obsessed, and I was just trying to show that his mum wasn't a good carer. And after that I appealed against that decision, but the appeal, for some reason, it wasn't actually allowed to go forward. And then I spent about another 6 months waiting, because I didn't know that happened. And then finally I found out that had happened. And then after that, I think I spent about another couple of years. It starts to get a bit blurry. So anyway, to cut a long story short, while I was under supervision, I should not have been focusing so much on that particular issue. I should have just been trying to do what the system wants, which is to just to be like a really well-behaved, polite dad, you know. I mean, I was stupid. I said things to the supervisor like, you're going to be held to account for, you know, for denying my son healthcare. You know, so basically that was just like a really big own goal. And yeah, I didn't really finally accept it until I talked with some other dads, and they said, look, what you're suffering from is decent dad disorder. And this is like a problem that some dads have when they, that's my son's kitten, he loves cats. That's the problem that some dads have, who just kind of believe that the system really works, and what you've got to accept is that the system doesn't really work, and you can't get yourself distracted from the main goal, which is get more time with your son, you know. Because otherwise what happens in the long run is that your son gets alienated from you, because the mum is going to be saying, no, stop it, Jesus, not your kitten. Yeah, otherwise what happens in the long run is that your son is going to get alienated with you, because he's going to spend so little time with you, you know. And even if she doesn't actually actively kind of say, you know, bad stuff about you. So yeah, so that is decent dad disorder. So yeah, hope you liked the video, and if you want to hear any more, then click the subscribe button underneath.